What's up everyone, it's Juice, and today I'm finally doing what I've promised to do for like months now, and make the tutorial on how to do a liquid heart attack. What I have are the ingredients that you'll need. However, first I feel as though I should note the risks of consuming a liquid heart attack, because if you don't know what you're getting yourself into, it can seriously mess you up. Here's the thing, I calculated how much caffeine is going to be in this with like the ingredients I have here right now. It is extremely caffeinated. The results were just under 400 milligrams of caffeine. The FDA says that the maximum amount of caffeine that should be consumed per day is 400 milligrams, which is already cutting it, but keep in mind that limit can be lower for if you're younger or are caffeine sensitive. I would recommend that if this is the first time you're consuming a liquid heart attack, only drink half of it. And also, I should say, do not consume it all at once. I'd say maybe like drink it all throughout the day or dilute it, because one time I drank a whole liquid heart attack within the course of an hour on the way to school, and for the rest of the day, my blood felt like vinegar and baking soda running through my veins. Don't fucking do it. This is a professional here, because you do not want to see the devil, you do not want to have your soul ripped out of your knees through your kneecaps. So the base ingredients of what you'll need are a can of Red Bull, a can of Monster, and 1 or 2 5-hour energies. So the ingredients can vary based upon what you like. Like, for instance, I got a extra strength one, which means I'm only going to need 1. It's also blue raspberry. I got a Monster Punch Chaos, because that's my favorite flavor, and then this is just like, because cans of Red Bull come in multiple sizes, it doesn't matter what size. Now, what I have here, it is an empty can of Rockstar Energy Drink, and the reason why I need this is because I need something to pour it into. Now, with these ingredients specifically, the amount that of liquid I had in total was about 650 milliliters, and this is 610 milliliters, so yeah, I'm gonna be fine. So what I'm gonna do here, this is washed out, by the way. You don't have to use one of these, I just use it because it's on hand and convenient and cheap. So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna start pouring in the liquids. So I'm gonna start by putting in the 5-hour energy. It's extra strength, which means it has a metric shit ton of caffeine in it. So I only need 1. You might need more if it's just like a non-extra strength. So here is a can of Red Bull. Before, if it was like a can this size, I would have left a bit out, but honestly, I don't have that concern right now, because my main concern when doing that was the amount of space I have in what I have, but I already know I have well over enough space for what I'm making here, so instead of pouring the entire thing here, I'm going to pour in half of this Monster Energy drink, because, yeah, the ingredient calls for half of a can of Monster. If you don't know what to do with the rest, I just say just drink it, that's what I usually do. If you can't tell how much is half, I'd say maybe just, like, test the weight a bit. Peer into the can if you need to. Okay, now in this can is a liquid heart attack. This has been my tutorial on how to make the liquid heart attack, the mysterious drink with too much caffeine that I have been talking about for months. So yeah, I suppose this is the end of the tutorial. I will see you guys later. Bye!